skunk.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and in here I have the PureLure SilverFeather Honor Pro, or Pro as what it says in here, and basically this is the spiritual successor to the SilverFeather that is silver, so the composite frame version. So this is the lightest version of the BFS baitcaster by PureLure, or the MK, that you can get. So these ones were discontinued, basically the SilverFeather with a composite body and the SilverFeather Elite. This one, it's the equivalent to this one on the modern era. So they just came out with this one. This can be bought for under 100 euros with coupons on the PureLure page. You can get it by third parties, but again, it's always a bit hit or miss. Sometimes they will not even ship your order, even though you get your money back. It's a little bit annoying counting with a reel coming on the mail and then they just cancel the order because they also sell toys on that store. Either way, I got it because I need to have them all. As you can see by spinning, the SilverFeather Miek Elite, the SilverFeather, the normal one, this one, and I also ordered the Elite successor. But enough of talking, let's open this guy on the table so I can tell you everything about the specs. And now that we are on the table, I can tell you everything that you need to know about this reel. So the model is the DW60HG, the gear ratio is 7.6 to 1, the max drag is 4 kilos or around 8 pounds, it features 11 plus 1 ball bearings. This is the exploder diagram, which is quite nice. It has a 66 centimeter winding. It supposedly weighs 124 grams. It can carry 75 meters of 0.6 p, which is quite nice. It's a very shallow spoon. I think the shallowest I've seen in any DMK PureLure reel, and they even offer you that nice pouch. So if we take the plastic out, which on this one was quite hard for some reason, someone went and reeled the reel with a plastic bag around it, which is quite annoying to take it out when it gets mangled on the Dragstar. So let's set the box aside, and here it is. I would say this is controversial, but the looks on this one are actually nicer. I think of all the SilverFeathers, other than the Elite, because the Elite is quite classy, I think this one is the prettiest. As you can see, the surface on the spool itself, it's weird. It's not shiny, it's like a matte finish that they've put in there. You have a carbon fiber handle, still the pencil knobs. These ones are slightly different, they are black. Some noise checking, the drag adjustment, very muted on the spool tension knob. The brakes also clickety clack, which is actually quite nice. So I got the scale out, and one thing that you have to keep in mind, and that is this reel already comes in with a semi-ceramic bearing on the spool itself. So in there you have a conventional bearing, but on the spool that I have on my hand you have a hybrid bearing. So I will pull it out just a little bit, and you can see that it goes quite well. One thing that I have to say, it's this is also a micro bearing and it has an O-ring on it. So, but you can feel, I just holding on it, I can tell that this is stupidly light. You can also see that the braking is, they say it's new, but it's very similar to what we've seen on previous SilverFeathers and on the Valiant Eagle by Casking. So the frame itself is made of carbon fiber. All the details on the reel look quite nice, I have to say. One thing that is different, it's the line guide over there. Then this one is just a conic one, not a lot of opening over there. It's not the same that you have on the Elite 2026. with a ceramic insert over there, but let's take some measurements of this. And we have 38.5 millimeters in between the shaft. The rim of the spool, it's 28 millimeters. The inside of the spool, it's 24.5, which is not a lot of displacement for line. 22.5 on the side of the spool. So now for the handle, we have what I would say 80, which it's quite petite even for my fairy hands. And now let's just take a quick weigh in to see how the spool goes. It's 3.9, so still very good, I have to say, under 4 grams. Let's put everything on the scale to see if we get the on the 120 something grams that they claim, and 124, so bang on the buck. And this reel, I've took a look around it, and it's quite well lubricated, so it's heavier than the previous model. So is that an improvement? I think one of the things, it's the carbon fiber handles. They are one thing I like, and I have to say it happened to me to have like bended handles, but the carbon fiber ones, they will not bend, they will break, but it's very hard to break them. But usually they are heavier than the ones made from aluminum. But the fit and finish of the reel itself, it's awesome. As all silver feathers, it doesn't have an amazing free spool out of the box. I would say it's worse than a 25 euro reel, but it performs on the water. So talking about water, you know what's next. I know what you want, that's why I put this as the first thing on the video. This is a 1 gram spoon, and yes, it launched it. Just a little bit of overspill, but I'm just adjusting the brakes, and it's quite easy to cast it. So I just speed through a little bit of the video so you can see there's no magic over here. And this is the performance out of the box. So now I'm putting something a little bit heavier. It's one thing that you have to keep in mind with this reel. It needs to get broken in. It has a little bit of, whoops, a little bit of fish on the end of the line, I have to say. So this is a twitch head, and you can see that the titanium T, it's working extra time. Even though the fish was very, how do you say it, cooperative? It helped me a lot. It came towards my direction, which helped me a lot. And now I don't know what to do, because it's just going from side to side, and we lost a lot of fish this year right on the feet, which is quite annoying, like this one. So that's why I think my caution, it's what screwed me, because you lose the first one, you lose the second one, and after that you're just cooked. But either way, I've tried again because I really wanted to catch a twitch head on this reel to see how it will hold up, because the walls on this reel are so thin. People might have the actually quite structured fear that it might bend under load. So I'm just casually fighting a sea dweller, even though it's on the river, because it's easier to catch them here, and I'm not a masochist. So titanium T absorbing the both load of the punch, and the drag on the silver feather doing the rest. One thing that I have to say is that by now I've tested come to the net, I command you, and it's on the net. So different scenario and different line, if you notice. So I'm just using the lure fans, poop bait, potato bait, stick bait, whatever it is, it just floats. It has a funky smell to it, and look at it, wank, acrobatics bass, but it went away. And why I'm doing this here, this is a 2 gram lure with awful aerodynamics, and I'm casting in between like branches, and I've changed the line. So the line was annoying me to hell because it had a lot of memory. It's the nanofil, and it's not suited for bait casters if you're throwing lighter stuff. And a bass, So let's pull this guy to the grass. It doesn't want to, but we will be pulling it. Yeah, I swap it for something different, a conventional line. The nanofil was just giving me a lot of problems on casting gear with lighter stuff because it has a lot of memory, and when you cast it just performs, when it doesn't have a lot of load, it just performs a little bit like a metal wire, the fused line. So I will be testing it to give it a fair shake with spinning gear, but from now on I'm just keeping the nanofil on bait casters. Man, this guy is annoying. Let's yoink, go back to the water. So let's put the whatever lure is this, the potato lure from Lure Fans, which is, I think this is under 4 centimeters, and it just walks on the water, which is quite nice. Man, so cool. I diverge. Why did I come here? This is a 2-gram lure. Oh, another one. This is a 2-gram lure. This is a very hard area to cast, and a bait caster that is good, it needs to perform under these conditions. So it's all fun and games. You can throw 1 gram, 0.5 grams on an open area, but where it truly shines is when you can go to a covered area, use 1 gram, whatever the weight of lure. Of course, you will not be using very light lures on the shaded area like this one, because it's impossible to look at this. Man, this cannot be scripted. So some jerk left that plastic bottle over there open. I would say probably a carp fisherman or someone trying to get the Louisiana cross that we have in this lake. So quite easy job with the titanium. I have to say the rod also helps. So a little bit of overspill, but man, and again, the camera doesn't do justice to the scenario, because if it's a high angle lens, which means that everything on the borders gets stretched a little bit, so it will look that is a bigger opening. But as you can see, I'm very cramped in here. I'm just trying to fish, and I'm able to fish. I will not cast enormous ways, but it's enough to catch fish, because today they were all around this part of the lake. So you see, casting, eating branches, and be very annoyed. So I even squat at some point just to make a over the head cast. Like you see in here, at some point you see me squatting a little bit just to have enough space under the branches to be able to cast. But it pays off, I have to tell you. If you are fishing for predators at some parts of the time, especially when it gets a little bit colder during the summer, shaded areas are quite nice. So small fellow, try this luck on my lure, but yeah, it was too small to get this, because I have this mounted on a, if I remember correctly, it's a size 4 hook. You can also put it on a size 2. One thing that is important is to have a little bit of a beefy hook with this lure, because if you put a hook that is a little bit heavy, it will work even better, because then you get that weight hanging very low, and the stick will just move like darting on top of the water, like walking the dog with the lure, and you can see that you can catch plenty of fish, especially on very shallow water. It's like irresistible. The only thing is that it's 2 grams, it's not a good caster, so I use it for this type of short casting. But the reel is performing quite well, and again, I have to stress this enough. If you have any reel on the SilverFeather lineup, you have to keep in mind that you need to get the reel. Even though they recommend 0.4 to 7 grams, grab at least 5 gram lure and just cast, because it will like line all the grease on the bearing. In this case it's only one, but it's the one that is and this one was a decent bass. Look at it. I'm just trying to get it towards me because I really want to grab this one. Look, I actually, this year I have to say I'm catching quite decent fish. So for a small pond like this one, I know that I've caught bigger in here, but for the weather that we were having, so much heat coming through, cannot complain too much. So getting this guy back on the water, this time without letting him fall, and there it goes. So quite good fishing for the day it was. So we had like 40 degrees and I went to this lake and in here was like 20. I thought I wouldn't catch anything. You can see my dad over there, he also caught some fish this day. Oh, immediately. Nice. So very small guy, still on the stick lure. It has been working wonders to me, but as I said, if you buy this reel, don't try to go with very light, absurdly light lures. Just break it in, do like 10 sessions with like power finesse stuff, more denser lures. Someone just started a water pump and it's very annoying, so I will not annoy you too much longer. So I will just do the outro, my opinion on the reel. One thing I have to stress, titanium T, it's still an awesome rod. I don't know why I didn't pick it more earlier, because it's still small enough where I can cast it quite good, and yeah, it's just awesome. And you don't lose too many fish with it. It's still enough to hook the fish, don't lose it, and save the little bit on the drag on the reel. The reel itself, it's awesome at the price point where you can get it under 100 euros. It's highly good value, and I highly recommend it. Not as much as the Elite. The Elite I think it's better and it has the metal frame, but this one it's quite awesome. So with that said, if you like the video, leave a like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you're not a member, please consider it's quite cheap. It starts at 99 cents and you help me a lot. And with that said, everything is linked down below if you want anything of it, and it will help me a little bit with the kickback of the affiliate links. And now, truly, I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!